What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss the upcoming co-main event lightweight matchup between Dan Ige and Damon Jackson. Very exciting matchup, but guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got a really exciting matchup between Dan Ige, Damon Jackson in the lightweight division. It's going to be the co-main event upcoming on the Kelvin Gastelum and Nasruddin Imavov card. I think it's going to be January 14th, upcoming in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Very exciting, intriguing, a lot of implications in this matchup. You got Dan Ige, who's coming off of 3 L's in a row to Korean Zombie, Josh Emmett, and Movsar Evliev. And in a lot of ways, him being on this three fight losing skid, it doesn't really show what it is on paper, right? Like his fight against Korean Zombie was a very close fight. You definitely could have possibly argued that he won the fight. It was very close. He kind of got outworked a little bit. His fight against Josh Emmett, I personally had him winning 2 rounds to 1. I thought he got robbed. A lot of people thought he got robbed in that fight against Josh Emmett. No disrespect to Josh. It was a great fight. Great effort on both guys. Great performances by both guys. But I personally had Dan Ige winning that fight. And then he had the fight against Movsar, and Movsar really just kind of was just one step ahead of him throughout that entire matchup and just was able to outwork him, gas Dan out, and Dan really just seemed to have less tools in his arsenal than Movsar did on that given night. And now Dan kind of has himself in this very weird particular position where, yeah, he's lost 3 in a row. They're very close fights. Could have argued that he won some of them, but ultimately got the L. Can't change what happened, and now he's fighting a guy like Damon Jackson, where Damon, 34 years old, definitely out for the kill right now. 4-fight win streak, coming off of a very spectacular KO victory over Pat Sabatini, where Pat, himself is just a very tough, durable fighter. So to see Damon get the quick, decisive KO like that on a guy who was as tough as Pat was very, very exciting to see. It was definitely big for him in the moment, because you have a guy like Damon Jackson who is in his second stint in the UFC. He was in the UFC between like 2015, 2017, and he had 1 L, 1 draw, and then 1 no contest where he lost the fight, but the guy tested positive for like a banned diuretic. He went out to the LFA and just absolutely dominated over there in the LFA, had some really nice victories. Came to the UFC, had the knockout loss to Ilia Topuria, but who hasn't been KO'd by Ilia Topuria? And his last 4 fights, against Charles Oliveira, Daniel Argueta, and Pat Sabatini, have just been all very spectacular fights, exciting, action-packed fights. He definitely likes to go out there and likes to outgrind these guys. Definitely works for his money. So him going against Dan Ige, you definitely have 2 guys kind of at a weird crossroads, weird parts in their careers where Damon is just finally starting to see all the potential that he's had in his career. Then you have a guy like Danny Ige who just really is just trying to get back on the right track, right, and get him back into the title picture. And Dan is just a very tough, very game opponent, very underrated in the lightweight division. I feel like he's kind of like that dark horse, a guy who could win any given night against any given opponent. It just seems like he's just lacking like that. He's really good at everything, not bad at anything, but he's not spectacular at anything. And a lot of people said that he lacked that knockout power, and then he had like that really quick knockout against Gavin Tucker. So he does have that one-shot KO power, but he just can't really seem to find it when he needs to use it. And I think this fight, you're definitely going to see a different Danny Ige. I think you're going to see a guy who's backed up against the wall, who definitely has to make a statement. And a guy with Damon Jackson really has nothing to lose. This is his first big fight in a long time. And if he gets a W, that'll definitely get him on the track to probably a top 10 opponent, top 12 opponent. Definitely work his way towards a title picture, possibly, if he can rack off another 3-4 wins. Because Damon Jackson is not a high name, not a high hype type of guy, especially at the moment. So, a guy like him is going to have to pop off about 3 to 4 more victories before people start talking about him being a top 5, top 3 guy. But Damon Jackson definitely has the opportunity here to make a statement. And he definitely can. He's on a very nice win streak, so I can't wait to see what is going to happen. Danny Ige, again, super game. Can't wait to see what's going to happen in this matchup. Gun to my head, I think Danny Ige is the more well-rounded guy, but Damon Jackson definitely action packed, pushes the pace, and makes shit happen. So I like to see what happens. I think this is a very exciting co-main event. I can't wait to see what happens, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think is going to go down. If you think Danny Ige is going to get the victory, if you think Damon Jackson's going to get it, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. Let me know in the comment section. All right, guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. All right, Mr. Mustache MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.